I welcome everyone. I welcome everyone tonight and to the night call. And please, I just want us to be very attentive as much as we can, and so that we can get the best out of it. So if you have questions, please just reserve for the end of the interaction. We're not going to take much of your time, and so you have enough time to ask questions so that we can be orderly. And permit me to just say whatever jargon I will say, and then you are at liberty to make your decision. So thank you very much. And so I'm going to take you on a ride for the next 25, 30 or 35 minutes, and then we can go on and on and on for questions and answer. And I'm very sure you'll be happy that your friend remember you and invite you to this call tonight. Now, I have an opportunity in our front to present to you called Zeniq Technologies and Safi International. We have a system that involves in a minting of our token referred to as Zeniq coin. And practically, I'm going to take you on a ride on where you can actually take certain review about this token. And then we have an ecosystem referred to as Safi International. So the company itself had a kind of collaboration, so not one-man business. So it's a kind of total collaboration with different systems, and each system doing what they know how to do best. So I'm going to take you on an expository interaction tonight, and so it's going to be more detailed. And so I just want you to be very, very attentive. And I can promise you it's going to be very fantastic if you can be attentive. So ladies and gentlemen, I have in front of you, I'm going to show you just a little clip before we go ahead. Just stay calm and listen to this clip before we move ahead. And I've told us, please, let's just be calm and be attentive. And it's going to be fascinating for us to get the best out of this, okay? So I'm going to come up with this. Okay. We are to here, go here. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay, it's coming up. Okay, while waiting for the clip, I'm going to go straight. Zeniq Technologies and Safi International. Now, but before I go ahead, I have some stuff I actually had to detail to us, and especially those of us who have been in cryptocurrency. So you can follow me through to this place, Etherscan, Etherscan.io. All right. Now, Etherscan.io, what am I looking for in Etherscan.io? If you are with me, I've told you it's going to be expository, not too detailed, however, but expository. So those of us who are very, very much into research, and you can research this token. Etherscan.io, then type Zeniq, the token I want to present to you. Type Zeniq, and then pick it up so you can research certain information about Zeniq. Okay. Now we have Zeniq, as it were. I've been able to monitor some transaction on Zeniq, and transactions are going on in Zeniq for Uniswap. So this is a token we're introducing to you. It's a token that's already in the market, traded on decentralized exchange called Uniswap. And this token is available on different ERC20 enabled wallet, starting from Medayese. So you can actually get a contract address and get it added to your platform. Now, where I first researched about this token was that it was said that this token was not a pre-mined coin. They say it's going to be a minting token, as it were, which will have a kind of a new revolutionary nice system of mining, which is called minting. And now, when you talk about full staking, it has to be a token that's already available for stocking it. But this is enough. I was able to go back and to check from data. Is it really true, right? Is it really true that this token was really minted and brought into the market? Yeah, it was. I have to go back to check the last when the first volume of this token came into the market. You agree with me? This token was minted into the market. Total volume minted to the market first was about 1 million into the, and then the redistribution of this token into the market, that was about 138 days ago. And then we have this token starting with liquidity for trading effectiveness, which will have liquidity. So we have that. You can track all this. If you want to know how to track transactions and all of that, some of us who involve in smart contracts and blockchain system layer, tracking, you can easily do all of those things to know if a token say we're minting or if a token say we pre-mine, we should be able to differentiate. Okay, now in other words, to tell me that this token cannot be available in the market more than the volume minted. So in other words, it has a system control. As a matter of fact, it can't be dumped, rather it gradually available in the market. So I tracked it and I saw, okay, the volume swap transactions start taking place. Then gradually, if you step back a little, you're going to see now when different transactions start happening to really say, okay, transactions start happening, we start swapping Ethereum to it and all of that. And there are some places you're going to check and you see swapping to Matic, Chainlink. And so I said, okay, that was confirmed. Now, very quickly, you can go with me because I'm going somewhere. For some of us who are very vast in cryptocurrency already, we have an idea of how cryptocurrency works, or sometimes we reject what we know nothing about from afar. Is to go to Nomics. If you look at it 138 days ago, now, if you quickly click on it, for instance, let me go here. 138 days ago. Now, if I click on it here, it's going to populate the date for me. Okay? 138 days, 10 hours ago, which was on the 2nd of April, 2021. That was the full-fledged of this token into the market. Now, I'm arriving somewhere with us so that, you might be presented this opportunity to, and you took it lightly. Now, and I'm going to give you inference of why I get more crazy about this project because of experience of what I have lost. I'm going to show to us. Now, on the 2nd of April, 2021, populated to the market and then minted to the market. Now you check on the tracking on Nomics. Yeah, some of us who claim we know so much about, when you say coin is not in coin market cap, they say I won't dabble into it. Now you lack understanding because that was usually the straitjacket training most time people got, and they have lost so much opportunity that will have been better for them today. And if you are not using Nomics before, I will recommend Nomics for you. Nomics have so many futures, socially inclined futures that can be giving you reporting of prices, just like, a lot of prices and all of that. Maybe because you want to buy some tokens, you can connect and get a lot of tokens for, from Nomics, and it can give you all detailed information and you'll be fine. Now, looking at this token, I'm going back here. Okay, you can copy everything. You want to add the contract address of this token into your MetaMask, you can copy it from here, right? And then you can go to the Explorer to check the transaction, okay? Now you can check the transaction. You can go to the website of this company. Sorry, you can go to the website of this company. Remember, I just told us that we have Zeniq technology that has to do with the minting of the token, the software provider, and all of that. Then we have Sapphire International that has to do with the ecosystem that provide the distribution channel to the marketplace. Okay, so you should understand the two different here. So if you go to Zeniq, you're going to see every detail about the technology, about the minting, about the exchange coming up, and so many other stuff. You can read more about this project. Now, why I brought us here is that to see back here that are there correlated information truly? Yeah, you can click on historical data. Now, if you click on the historical data of this, you discover that this token actually come into the market appropriately on the 2nd of April. And guess what? Now, even the traded price at that starting point was at about, let's go here. Yeah, it closed market at about 5 cents that day, but it got started on the 2nd of April, 0.04, and then we have 0.05 in that other continue. Yeah, you can imagine this token from there. It got, of course, when the market is just listed newly, it got pumped to, I say all-time high was about 55 cents, but that's not the case. Now, we have people who got this token when they got populated into the market at 4 cents and all of that. Now, many persons were shown the opportunity to take advantage of this token. They bought a lot of the token in the market, perhaps at 4 cents, 5 cents. When it was 10 cents, they felt they made money and then they sold it out. Then some sold at 15 cents, and it was at 15 cents. Some of those started buying the token. Now, but the opportunity I'm presenting to us is that Zeniq as a technology have, number one, preparation for a decentralized exchange for the future. Preparation for decentralized exchange for the future. And now I'm going to explain to you from Sapphire International what would be your benefit participating in the exchange. Very simple. Now, this Zeniq, as it were, when the exchange is out, I asked somebody the other time, imagine if you are being shared profit from Binance of every trading fee paid to Binance. Imagine if you're having a share with it. How would you feel? The same thing is an opportunity presented to you today to be part of people who will be sharing profit. Imagine you are sharing profit with the developer of Uniswap, right? Then you know how it's going to be. Now, the first thing about Zeniq is that exchange, decentralized exchange, not like centralized exchange. Decentralized exchange, number one, not to be like a wrapping exchange, decentralized exchange. You know what we mean by wrapping? It has to be with a protocol provided for. Like example, we have Uniswap provided for protocol of ERC20. We have QuickSwap for the provided liquidity activities on the protocol of Polygon blockchain. Then we have PancakeSwap, provided with the liquidity and protocol of Binance Smart Chain, as it were. Now, you can be limited, not all coins that are available in the market that you can actually wrap up to if it's not, sensors to the protocol of a given exchange or of a given coin, like Binance, like Ethereum, like Polygon, and as it were. Now, but this is to unify a cross-chain system whereby, what do I go? What do I benefit? Whereby I can trade other coins that are not necessarily be on a given blockchain. So it means I can unify, so I can cross-chain, and then I wouldn't need to wrap. I can get the same coin, in the exchange. Now, what would be my benefit as an investor right now? I'm going to be earning a kind of share in the trading fee of the company. That's number one. Number two, I'm not going to be talking about the coin you have access to now, not talking about the minting, which I'm going to explain. Now I'm going to have opportunity for what we call tokenization. Now, simple to put, what tokenization is all about. Tokenization is a process of representing physical tradable activities or project or transactions into a token, whereby it will help for simplify liquidity, irrespective of your location, and you can have access to the token, then you are part of that asset. Example that have been tokenized, I normally have been telling a lot of friends long time that we're going to have full-fledged of tokenized asset in 2027, but it came faster than we expected. But the first surface of it, we have tokenization of stocks, and that's why you can buy fractional value of Tesla, can buy fractional value of different stocks, as it were today, on different, cryptocurrency exchange like FTX example, and then, Bittrex, and then, Binance now start taking that, and then you could have a representation of the stock of, Coinbase Pro into called coin as a stock. Now, the point I'm making is this project come for early bird who can take advantage of being an investor. And apart from holding the token, you have opportunity to be a shareholder in this exchange platform. You have opportunity to be part of, early bird, just like we talk about pre-sale or private placement in stock market, now into the tokenized asset. So what are they tokenizing practically is actually real estate. Now, I come here practical so that you can go through some of this. I know a lot of people have not gone through the information here. They are loaded, they are powerful, and then you can read a lot about the Zeniq technology, as it were. Now, but you have been able to see correlation between, this is Etherscan, this is not owned by Zeniq, for you to say this was garbaged, by Zeniq, as it were. So you can see this blockchain, and that's the error many people made. They said blockchain is not anonymous; it's just pseudonymous. You can see transactions, but if you don't know the source of the transaction, you probably will not be able to identify who owns it. So, but once you're able to identify, you can track every transaction, which is the transparency and decentralized, as it were. Now, I'm going to go very straight away. I'll just show you this. Now, imagine somebody who have opportunity to start minting this token when it was 5 cents. But I can tell you, let me show you example so that be careful tonight. And even when you start Zeniq, let me use my own self as an example. I'm going to use 2 major coins as an example. I'm going to go to Hex, right? I'm going to go to Hex and Helium. I'm going to use these 2 coins as an example. And why I got crazier with the opportunity I want to present to you, I'm not playing with it. And I told a lot of friends, I took it very personal because of personal experience and encounter I have. Now, I go to Hex very quickly, a coin called Hex. Early 2019 or thereabout, I attended a conference. And in that conference, I was a guy named Richard Hart was invited. He's a very big guy in the crypto industry, right? Was invited to explain. No, many guys in the blockchain industry were invited, right? Richard Hart. So that most time I tell people, you don't reject what you know nothing about from afar. And because of your past experience, all you need is to learn the fact, and don't just from afar, over my dead body, I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to do this, and all of that. You can read about this guy, crazy guy, Richard Hart. You can read much about this guy, very crazy guy, right? You can read about him, or if you can just go to hex.com, you can read much about Richard, hex.com. I'm arriving somewhere. Now, look at what happened. There are opportunity of a lifetime that could have transformed some persons financially, take you from a particular realm and place you to consolidate. But sometimes we may not be too sensitive. We can keep praying. Meanwhile,
the invention of cryptocurrencies brought us alternatives to the traditional.
Let's forget about them now. Now, look at what I want to show us. Hex. Now, Richard was among many other guys who presented that day. Richard was asked to explain about Hex. And guess what? Richard started explaining about Hex as his token that he was developing. And he said, this token, now the first question fundamentally you want to ask is that what is the use case of this token, number one? Number two, you want to ask, where is the token going to be listed, or where is it listed already? And number three, is it on the coin market cap, and some of those factors. And then when those questions were asked, Richard said his token, yeah, even if it's going to be listed on centralized exchange, eventually that is not yet listed on any centralized exchange. That is going to be listed on a particular exchange called Uniswap. Guess what? Nobody, I can say that categorically, nobody ever heard of Uniswap. Nobody. Most persons I've met, myself, I never heard of Uniswap. I had it for the first time in that conference. And even when I returned back to my community explaining to them about something is coming up, it's called decentralized exchange, and with no DEX, yeah, Binance open DEX, and there's some other DEX that were open, but no much person were using it because it was unclear as to the navigation strategy and how it's going to work. No much person have understanding about that. Now, this guy explained further on how his Hex is going to be listed on Uniswap. Now, look at it. There was a notion everyone had there. I'm professional, have a very big notion. I'm arriving somewhere because I'm going to wrap up with the opportunity we're presenting to you. And the guy kept on telling us about the project going to be this, going to be that. No much person believed in him. And why? The number one factor, everyone had perceived him to be a scammer, number one factor. Number two factor, the guy brought something that was unknown to everybody. And it was easy to call it a scam. Now, in conclusion, after the training, when they were like synchronizing the guy, they said, this obviously is a scam. That you say something is going to be listed on the centralized exchange, that is going to be on Uniswap. Who owns Uniswap? He said, I don't know. They say it's a lie, who owns Uniswap. That invariably, now how do we buy Hex? Guess what? He said you're going to buy Hex through what we call certificate of deposit. How? You're going to deposit your Ethereum, just like pre-sales we have in some tokens. Now you want to buy some pre-selling tokens. He said you're going to deposit your Ethereum, and then that certificate of deposit, when the coin to be distributed, going to be distributed to that Ethereum wallet you deposit from. Of course, everybody call it a fraud, and nobody bought into it. And most persons who are professional, they're ahead of me there. I was just a small boy among them. They were being vast in the blockchain industry. That's why be very careful. The mentor you actually follow may mean well, but his understanding is still limited. And that's why I tell people till tomorrow, I'm a live student when it has to do with blockchain technology, cryptocurrency, online business opportunity. Why? No matter how you claim you know so much, new things are going to come that will beat your hands down, and you still use old knowledge to justify it. And that was exactly what happened that day. But stubbornly, I thank God for the stubborn spirit I had. I quickly bought little as I could, but with fear, because all the professionals say that was a scam, and nobody have heard about Uniswap. That was what made me start researching about Uniswap. Eventually, when it came out, I quickly come to my community to teach them how to use Uniswap. And that was why many of us in our community, I can say about 80 to 90% of our community got the Uniswap token free because of we have used Uniswap before, and then to swap some tokens. Now, listen. Now, many people didn't buy into the hex. I was afraid to tell anybody, but I bought into it and I risked it. Now, listen, look at what happened. After that, I disarmed every information they were giving to me. Hey, it's a fake and all of that. Now, please don't drop your jaw. Imagine you had used $2,000 to buy into it and disregard what people were saying. Now, as at the time I bought it, was not on CoinMarketCap, it was not anywhere, but let's take this price. When I checked this price, that $2,000 was going to buy 1.something million units of the token. When we multiply it by the prevailing price, it was given about $24 million. That was crazy. That's 2 years. Now, what is my lamentation? It pained me. I bought and I wasted it when I sold. It pained me that I didn't bring it to my community for people to hear. That's first lesson. Second lesson that I'm still hitting myself now. Second lesson, which this one is not even as big as this guy. First lesson, I have a lot of lessons so that you learn from this opportunity we are presenting to you. Now, Hex right now, imagine $2,000 invested in Hex will have given me about $24 to $25 million today. But what made me miss so much big of it, I bought little. So the little I bought, I just lock it up in a staking for 5 years. It's there for 5 years. Then I have a fraction that I want to lock for 10 years. I don't care what's going to happen. Now, why? I missed out because I listened to people call themselves over professional. Now, that was Hex. The second one that hit me badly was Helium, HNT. Now, I'm giving us this because when I bought into this project, it was not listed on CoinMarketCap. So I used $1,200 to buy 230,000 units. And I sold it at $50,000 and I was jubilating. Now, in conclusion, I wasted it because I never had understanding of where the coin was going to. Now, 230,000 units that was wasted for $50,000. Imagine multiplied by 19.17 today. That's about $4.4 million. $4.4 million. Now, you ask me, Felix, why did you waste the token? Of course, I had a lot of things they said they were going to do in the future, but we were unable to wait. But let me make you guys to laugh today so that your case will not repeat like mine in the future about Zeniq. You are being presented to Zeniq today. Now, guess what? When I saw the project they were now doing, for me to have a staking in this project today, they are having a staking. For me to stake and become a validator in this project today, guess what? I need 10,000 units of the token. How many did I waste? I wasted 230,000. I need only 10,000. Now, since I have wasted my volume, now assuming I want to be part of the validator, I will need to buy it from the market. Now let's check. If I need to buy 10,000 units of this token in the market today to stake 10,000, multiply by 10,000. I hope somebody's going to learn tonight. Come on. 10,000, okay, multiplied by 19.1.12. That's about $191,200. Now, but I wasted 230,000. Please take note. You know why? I'm just giving us experiences. Now, ordinarily, for the volume, I got it early. This 10,000 shouldn't be a challenge for me. But because I wasted it, so there are two parties I'm talking to tonight. Some of us who will get involved in Zeniq early and will waste our token. That's party one. Party two, some of us who will not regard it until it's obvious. And when we come back later, I'll say, I knew when this token was nothing, and as it were. Now, permit me to just show you straight away what is this opportunity and how do I participate in it. I've just shown you why I'm so passionate, why I'm so crazy about when opportunity just come, and then we take it for granted. Number one, this project I've just told you is a token. It has a token called Zeniq token and provided by Zeniq Technologies. And it's a fintech organization or company, as it were, and headquartered in Dubai. Now, the mission of this company is to connect traditional banking and crypto on platform where people can build a home-based business. Now, in summary, we have write this thing down. Number one, we want to have creation and integration of fiat and crypto together. And it's on that reason that Zeniq had a partnership with OCS International as a bank now for provision of fiat, interswitch of fiat, just like International IBM Bank, whereby you can have your money converted from crypto to fiat, and you can use your card, like Zeniq card, debit card, to make transactions. I have similar card like that. Now, that's number one. Number two, every investors who participated in minting the token and have stock of the token in their system can earn profit share from every transaction provided by the exchange platform of the company. So Zeniq is to provide their own decentralized exchange where profits made from transactional fee are to be shared with every investors. Now, because I told one of my friends, I said, I invested in Zeniq and I bought some of the token. And you look at me, hey, Felix, let me just buy the token. I say, you are at liberty, but I can be very sure from my experience, just like what happened to me in Helium, after I bought $1,200 worth of Helium, when it got to $50,000, I sold everything. I was happy, I made money. But today, that same volume I wasted is worth $4.4 million. Now, I didn't mean there was a project I just get involved and I'm getting it little by little. I would have been disciplined enough not to have wasted it. So I hope somebody will just learn something about it. So number one, I've told you about the fiat exchange transactions. Number two, I've told you about how you can make money as just like a shareholder on the exchange platform. Number three, tokenization of real estate. Now, imagine you can just see what Helium is doing now. Helium said, for you to be a validator, you need 10,000 units. Who knows? Maybe when Zeniq come to the tokenized project, Zeniq probably will tell you, you need about 20,000 Zeniq to be a shareholder of the tokenized asset in Dubai, because they're with the royal family in Dubai. And so you imagine, and they're telling you, hey, you know what? For you to be a partnership, to be a shareholder in the real estate of this, because it's been tokenized, you need 10,000 units or you need 20,000 units of Zeniq. And probably maybe one Zeniq at that time is $20. Then you're running up and down. And so those are the issues and reasons why we encourage people to embrace as fast as possible, even just being a passive investor. I've told you about OCS International. So I may not be able to go into more detail, because after now you can ask whoever that invited you to do your own personal research like I did when I started. But one thing I know is that you can't research what you are not involved in. Because when you are researching what you are not involved in, anybody can tell you anything because you are not practicalizing it. So that is, so you make money being an investor in Zeniq from the exchange platform, from the tokenized project, and then you have access to other, internet transaction fee by, the ecosystem, as it were. Now, most time I look at people when they come around and they mint their token. One of the good thing again one of my friends told me, he said, Zeniq only wanted to, as you mint your token, just waste it. You know why? Because the uniqueness of Zeniq is a minted token. It's not a pre-mined token. It's not a pre-mined coin that is dumped into the market. So it comes in process. You are minting once you are an investor in Zeniq today, you are minting with them till 20 years. So a time is going to come, maybe the volume of token you will mint per day, maybe you will mint only 0.00, just like the Satoshi of Bitcoin. So, but it's still very early for anyone to wake up and grab as much as possible. Zeniq, of course, have their own blockchain. And of course, it's still like a mainnet now, a test net. Now, when their app is out, I think it's before the end of this year, possibly. When the app is out, then you can have access to, once the exchange is launched, then you have the blockchain so that the interoperability of cross-chain will be very easy for them. And all the unnecessary gas fee you pay in Ethereum, of course, will not be there. And so practically, you have a lot of opportunity to benefit as an investor in Zeniq. So basically what I've just explained is for people. Part one of it to Zeniq is that you can be a passive investor, invest your money, and then your Zeniq is minting for you while you are waiting on most of this enormous opportunity. Now, outside waiting for the enormous opportunity, you are at liberty to get your token withdrawn from your back office of Zeniq and withdraw into your exchange platform and get it sold. It is only a person who loves you will explain to you, why do you want to waste what will give you access to tokenize asset, what will give you access to profit share on the exchange platform? But however, if you have minted a lot and you need money, of course, why not? You may want to say, okay, let me cash out some and then take care of myself while waiting for the bigger offer. That's one part of Zeniq. Now, the second part of this opportunity is Safi International. Now, you can read more about the halving. Every 10th of February, there's a halving, 50% halving. Some of us who are used to Bitcoin mining, halving means reduction in the volume that can be minted per day, and then a drop in that order. Then we have sales halving. After we have 1,000 sales of the total token, then we have 4% reduction. Now, these are part of the thing that make us more get crazier every day by day to want to have enough Zeniq minted and preserve it as much as possible. Now, very quickly, the second part of this opportunity is building an ecosystem. I think I just have 5 minutes to do that as fast as possible. Now, the second part of this opportunity, okay, before I go there, the packages are in different layers. I'm sorry to use this language. I'm not trying to ridicule anybody or to say, oh, you don't have money and all of that. The packages start from 1,499 euro, 2,000, then, but a hub actually costs 1,499 euro. And you have multiple, you can do multiple of it till as high as 330,000 euro, you can do as much as possible. Now, people who may not have up to that amount, then they say you can do 800 euro, you can do 450 euro, you can do 100 euro, you can do 150, you can do 250, 150, and minimum is 100. But all these are like, some of us who did masternode system, is like masternode shares. So you don't have a hub. Now, why do I recommend for people to do at least minimum a hub? Because from a hub is where you can have those opportunity of profit share, because you are a full masternode holder, have the profit share, tokenized asset and all of that. And then you can mint a lot of volume of the token before those opportunities come around. So, but however, if you don't have much money, why not? You can start from anywhere. And then while inside, you get to learn how to get yourself up. So the second part of Zeniq is the business building. Some of us who we love our friend. I will quickly share with us the encounter I have with this. I got started with this project for the person who loves people very much. Ambassador Light, I think we've known ourselves since 2016 by the grace of God. And I remember, that's why I always tell people, bury your pride, no matter what you think. A learner will become a master. A master will never become God. I'm sure by the time you take up the microphone, it's going to tell you how we met. But since then, we have kept a very fantastic relationship. And he kept on, brotherly love, following and all of that. I remember when he wanted to start this project, he quickly called me, can we meet? Let's look at something very big coming together. I just put him over and said, no, I'm not interested. I don't want to hear and all of that. He kept on, brotherly love, following me and all of that. But to cut the long story short, When I look at it inwardly, I say, wow, this is fantastic. Now, the opportunity, I look at it, I say, okay, what will I do? Now, I now have a dose. One of my friends was in Dubai, and I have already signed on maybe 2 weeks before then. And while he was in Dubai, to travel to about 3 different countries at that point, and somebody introduced him, and he registered and quickly go to their office in Dubai to make a verification. He now sent to me, man of God, check this being. I think it's lovely, and they are in partnership with the royal family of Dubai and all of that. You just mentioned all of that. Just quickly take advantage of it and all of that. I said, wow, oh, Zeniq, I've been on board since about 2 weeks now. He said, why don't you tell me? I said, I'm sorry, me and network marketing, I'm still like studying the thing and all of that. I was just like, of course, those are excuses anyway. And then I said, he now replied me, he said, hey, yeah, well, but you will have told me now. I've just activated my account, and I think I love this thing. I'm going to take it to the next level. Anyway, if you are saying all of these, it is the person you love that you share the source of income with, and you tell him where to make money. So, Felix, that means I love you more than you love me. How? Why? Because immediately he gets started, he called me and sent the detail to me. I got started 2 weeks before him, and I didn't share with him. So it's on that I got another dose, and I have another experience. Truly speaking, everything you see, share without anything. It doesn't cost me anything to share with people. And that was why I was okay, I think it's expedient. I share with people. But guess what? The fantastic thing is that the second opportunity of this Zeniq is that the Sapphire International as an ecosystem give you prompt opportunity to make money in 3 ways. Number 1, unilevel, from level 1 to level 15. Number 2, career bonus. Number 3, bonus pool shares. That's performance bonus. Now, how? You can earn from 9% to the 15th level, 2%. Now, the persons you invited directly is your level 1. It's not a binary system. It's a unilevel. Anybody you invited is going to spread in your front line, and as it were. So you have 9% paid to you, irrespective. One thing I saw in the system is the flexibility. How is the flexibility? I discovered, and I saw that irrespective of any package I pick, let's say I pick €100 and I invite somebody who pick a package of 330,000 euro, I'm going to be paid my 9%. It doesn't matter what package I pick. I said, that's fantastic. Then now, and it doesn't matter which package I pick, I can build the career plan to the highest level. So you can earn from 9%. The person who you invite his own friend, he make 9%, you make 8%, that other yada, up to 15 level. So I always tell, count 1 before you count 2. So you start first, make your 9% before you see how the other one works. Now, next, you have what they call career level bonus, which means there's a ranking order. If you become a Ruby, there are other smaller rank, but it's not significant. If you become a Ruby, and what do you do to become a Ruby? The total performance sales volume in your organization, including your own, if it's up to 10,000 euro, there is no time frame. There's some platform you join, they say the first 20 days, the first 30 days, the first 2 weeks, the first 3 weeks, if you can meet up this. No, here you are at liberty to any time. Nobody puts you on pressure for you to qualify for any level. So you have 10,000 total performance sales volume, then you are paid 300 euro immediately as a rank bonus. Now become a double Ruby. That's why you see when we celebrate some of those guys who become a Ruby, double Ruby, if a person become a double Ruby, then he is paid 600 euro for becoming a double Ruby because he had generated 20,000 euro performance sales volume. And then, but the total direct person he must have invited for you to become a Ruby about 7. It doesn't matter what package they do. Then 12 for double Ruby, then Sapphire. I don't normally go to this place, but my target is actually Diamond. Now, all these 600, 300, 600, 3,000, this is the level I'm still now. And then I'm up here, 9,000, 15,000, 40,000. It's not even what makes us get crazier. All these are paid instantly. It doesn't really move on. This is what moves on, the salary. Now, the company say once you rank in each of those levels, there's another money to be paid to you from the time you rank to the next 6 months, which is, we call it monthly salary. Now, if you are a Ruby, then you should be thinking of probably earning at least maximum of 250 euro monthly for the next 6 months, depending on the total sales volume in the organization and the number of people who rank to that level you are. So you have the double Ruby earn about at least maximum of 500 euro, then the Sapphire maximum of 2,500 euro, then double Sapphire, I think maximum of about maybe 5,000 euro or thereabout. And yada, da, 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 up and up and up. You know, one thing is that I'm a sapphire, so I don't go here. I want to see myself there before I start talking about it. But my target is actually diamond, where at least the month you can earn, give and take, up to maximum of about $20,000 euro rather. And these are the things why you see many of us are getting more crazier. The back office, one of the things I again enjoy in the back office of this system is this. Withdrawal system is effortless. Yeah, is effortless. If you make any money, you can withdraw your token to your you can withdraw your token. Okay, you can withdraw your token to your call it for me, your MetaMask, your Trust Wallet. Now, withdrawing your earnings, you can withdraw it to either Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. I am a lover of Litecoin, and because the transaction is faster, it's cheaper, and I always withdraw my earnings in Litecoin. Okay, so you can withdraw in Litecoin, you get your money withdrawn out. How do I get started? It's very simple. Whoever that have invited you, it is simple to get the link, register, verify your email, and then you can either register, activate your account by depositing in money. I think I have a network issue. You deposit in money to your accounts, right? Either you deposit BTC, Ethereum, Litecoin, but I normally encourage people who have come across that I prefer you using Litecoin because it's faster. And then effortlessly you deposit in the money. And then once the money is deposited and confirmed, just like if you have money like this, then you want to pick a package, you can quickly go to shop and buy any package of your choice, you know, when you want to buy any package as it were. Now, but some of us too, you can use what we call coupon. And then when the person who have money in his back end can purchase a coupon and send to you, and you collect the coupon and redeem the coupon. Redeeming the coupon, it means the person have like send a voucher to you and you're able to get the money printed in your back office, and then you can still do the same thing in getting your money. If you want to read more, once you have started, I know a lot of us who are in Zeniq now, we've not gone to this media center. You can always get there and then get everything you want to do in your back office. So ladies and gentlemen, so this opportunity, I'm so crazy about it, I'm passionate, and that's why you see that today, anybody I see, I share with them freely, because I discover that it is easy for me to help a lot of people make a lot of money with a system that is decentralized. And Zeniq technology is a decentralized project, and that's why we are so passionate about it. Thank you very much for those of you who are just new tonight, and you're welcome. And I'm sure if your friend who invited you can pat him at the back and say, thank you very much for this opportunity. If it's not here, after this call, after this interaction, I would love you to put a call across to him and thank him very much. Thank you very much, everybody. I think over now, I'm going to hand over to Ambassador Light for any questions that probably you want to ask. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
All right, thank you so much, Medayese, Felix, Jimoh, always doing justice to